Welcome, everyone. Welcome to this beautiful day of sharing beautiful friend stories and also introducing you all to an incredible company that we have partnered with. And I'm so honored to say that my name is Kimberly Sanders, if we haven't met yet. I have been around Purium now for over 8 years. I was introduced to this beautiful community and company from my homeopathic doctor and his Ayurvedic wife. They actually write out prescriptions with our food and the type of purity and the clean products that we have. They're whole foods. They are just amazing. You'll get to learn who the owners are of this beautiful company. But we're here for wealth. We're here to help the environment. And we're here for our health, and we love to bring communities together. I personally was introduced to Purium so that I could have even more amazing vegan protein in my life. My body was not in a good state. You'll see some before and now pictures a little bit down the line as well. And you'll see our friend Megan's before and after picture as well. Just being able to really remove the toxins and nourish the body. And tonight we're so excited. We're going to have Miss Tamara Hall share her personal live story. But before that happens, I wanted to explain what the company is all about and what this whole system is all about and why we need the solutions that we have here. So a lot of us know about this problem that we're having right now in the world. We actually have more frankenfood going into the public hands than ever before because everyone's so busy. And unlike Miss Tamara, who is growing her own gardens and really being able to live off the grid, many people in cities are working with food that is an absolute terrible problem. Being able to, you know, have the types of things going on like diabetes and leaky gut, cardiovascular disease, and hypertension. Tons of different issues going on in this in the world right now. A lot of people are very, very ill. A lot of people have different types of things going on in their bodies, and they all have to do with gut permeability and inflammation. And when a product called glyphosate or Roundup was introduced quite some time ago, we started really seeing a lot of issues going on for people. Now, Roundup and glyphosate used to be a mineral, it would remove the minerals off of pipes. And then they turned it into an antibiotic. And it actually dries up the product that is being harvested and makes it a little bit faster for them to harvest the food. And so unfortunately, glyphosate is causing havoc in the body in a tragic way. So even the World Health Organization has declared glyphosate to be a full-blown carcinogen. It's causing kidney disease, diabetes, obesity, autism, ADD, inflammatory bowel disease, and so many other things that just are not good. And so we here at Purium, we love that we have a solution because of our regenerative farms. We do not have this poison being sprayed. There's over 4 billion pounds of glyphosate sprayed globally. And, we are just so excited that we get to have really, truly the 1% of clean food that is on the planet right now. And so I love this picture that Lauren created. Where would you want your food to be grown? In regenerative farming practices, which is exactly what Purium gets to use. Or would we be using the conventional agriculture where there's just zero minerals in the soil anymore and the soil is over-tilled? It's just not good at all. And so we actually get to crop rotate. We bring back the minerals. We have this food watered with volcanic ash spring water. We let it grow until it's totally vine ripened, and we live dehydrate it and juice it, and it's just the absolute best. And we get to watch so many people feel so much better, because what was really going on is that 70% of our immune system is in our gut. And so, and I would say even more, that more serotonin is coming from a healthy gut microbiome. So 90 to 95% of saturation, saturation is, or serotonin, sorry, serotonin is made in the gut. And so it's just such a beautiful way to have these feelings in us, being able to have such great absorption because of what we are about to share tonight. So when we detox the body, we get to really be able to absorb the nutrition. So we have a solution, and we're going to talk about this a little bit more as we go along. But a lot of times people are choosing what they're choosing because they wish for food to be fast and easy. And so we have it here. We get to have the fastest, the most delicious, and the most nutritious type of food coming to your doorstep in home compostable packaging. And it's just such a blessing on so many levels to have this food delivered to your doorstep. I mean, it's just the best ever. And I wanted to speak about Dave and Amy and what Purium truly is, and the mission-driven focus of these founders and co-founders. So Amy is a mom of two beautiful daughters. She's at the helm of the company, just really like driving the whole thing and making it so that every single new farmer that we connect with, or the people that we have been getting these amazing superfoods with, she has personal communication with them. We have everything checked. Everything is the best ever. And, David Sandoval was on the front lines lobbying for that organic symbol. Purium started 20 years ago, but they have been at it for 30 years, and it is their movement. We'd love to share that, the quality of food that you eat equals the quality of life that you live. And we can feel that. And that's why we come here and share these stories. And I'm so excited to have Tamara share with us in just a moment or two. But we also just wanted to touch on how Purium is the manufacturer, which is very different than anything that you've seen on the market. And so that means that we have rigorous in-house testing. We have a microbiologist in-house. And when you go to Diamond Club, you'll get to learn all about it. It's like I say that it's like going to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, where you get to pull back the curtain and really see exactly what we're looking at right here, how we bottle, how we capsulize, how we really test everything. It goes through multiple tiers of testing. Everything is third-party tested and even in-house tested. And even every ingredient is identity tested. So there's just really, I don't know of any other companies that go through this rigorous of testing, but I love that ours does. And so we have certified organic, we have no binders, no fillers, no irradiated ingredients, no artificial anything, no regular, sugars or any type of synthetics. Dave and Amy are a whole food, plant-based company. And so we have just no isolates or anything like that. And so the body can truly absorb what we are serving to everybody. So again, about being the manufacturer is just really special. And I know that this truck, the pictures here, because we truly go in and really search what's going on in each truck that's backing up into our facilities. And we are kosher as well. And so there is just so much testing. And we even say, like, it feels like you could literally eat off the floor of our manufacturing facilities. We've been through there. When we get to go there, you have to dress up in a whole suit and be covered from head to toe. And it's just everything is very detailed and very clean and actually absolutely beautiful. I like to say that we get our superfoods straight out of Compton. We're in Compton, California. So Purium, what makes us different? It's good for your body. It's certified organic. It's a proven, tested, glyphosate-free solution. There's no binders. There's no fillers, nothing artificial. It's convenient. And all of us love to travel with our superfoods, you know, bring it everywhere you go because there's really nothing out there that has this type of purity. And we get to have in-house third-party tests. So microbiologist in-house. And if there's any overspray or anything, they're very transparent. They would always tell us anything that we would need to know. The other part that is amazing, a couple years ago, this team got to Black Diamond, and I turned around and gave Dave that check that day because that was my why for so long, that I said, you know, when I make a certain amount of money, I want to take care of the oceans. I want to take care of the plastic in the oceans. And Dave needed support. And so that was a really special event we got to go to, the Plastic Free Alliance. But for right now, with our biodegradable home compostable packaging, we've saved over 300,000 pounds of plastic from going into the environment. And yes, we'd love to have all the packages like at home compostable, dig a hole in the backyard. But you know, you even think as long as that package isn't inside of a piece of plastic, even if it's in the landfill, it's going to biodegrade better than anything else out there on the market. So we have, I have a before and after picture of some plastic containers that I'm going to share on Facebook at some point. And we're doing before and after pictures right now of ourselves. And I think a little before and after picture with what's going on with Purium.
Wow. Larry, who?
So I grabbed these couple pictures today because it's so obvious what happens when you start to detox your body. And this picture of me right before I started, like right as I started in 2018, is just the worst ever. I mean, underneath the eyes, the kidneys are not doing good. I was living on a lot of coffee. I was even drinking alcohol back then and a lot of eating out. So these are like when the body's filled with processed oils or cooked oils, it's just, you're not going to be doing very well. And so this is years of detoxification and lots of sunshine as well. And just being able to offer self-care systems. And that's why we're here. You know, we want to bring more people in to this lifestyle. And then this is our sweet Megan. She was battling mold. She and I both are hairdressers, were hairdressers. And so we were taking in so much. She was living off of coffee. Her adrenals were shot. It was not a good story for this lovely lady who I get to call one of my dearest friends. She has transformed in front of our eyes, and now you can see where she is now, and her skin is just so beautiful. Her kidneys are filtering. Everything is just looking so beautiful. So, but tonight I'm super excited. We have Miss Tamara, and she has a little boy named Jericho as well. And I'll stop screen sharing and you can come on in and share your story, and we'll go over the superfoods as well. So thank you. Thank you, Melissa, for coming tonight too. Please, Miss Tamara, she is this beautiful mama. She's living off grid in Canada, growing so many different gardens. I mean, when she tells me about her gardens, I'm like, oh my gosh. And I have like this little tiny plot, but it's so magical what she's doing. But you would think like, well, why would a gardener need superfoods? Like you have everything that you need. You have herbs, you have all your stuff. But you know what? This is not the first gardener that I've heard that gets to feel 1,000 times better with adding these superfoods in and chewing your garden. So please, Miss Tamara, share your story. We'd love to hear it. And if Jericho's around too, that'll be fun to hear from your little boy.
Awesome. Thanks, Kimberly. I'm honored to be here with you all, and thank you all for coming. Um, yeah, I'm just so grateful. Honestly, I couldn't be more grateful for this to have shown up in my life, and you who just embodies it all. Like, you walk the talk here. And you're just so inspiring. And yeah, so my story, I guess I could start back from even childhood. Was I grew up, with parents that didn't know any different, typical Western American diet. And I was sick quite often, had a lot of stomach problems, went to doctor after doctor, tests after tests, and they could never figure out what was wrong. And until, how old was I? I think I was maybe 8. And my grandma was friends with this naturopath from the States who would come down and visit. And anyways, I went and got to meet him. And he just did this thing. He pricked my finger with a pin and put up my blood on a slide. And you could see like all the cells and everything moving around, and he could tell me everything that was going on. Like, he's like, yeah, you need like pre and probiotics, like quit drinking cow's milk, and like all these things. And I did that, and stomach issues gone. So that was kind of my first like example of like alternative, so not alternative, but like natural health, right? And like something different than what I knew. And and then since then, just over the years, little bits of examples that I have people I met, and like my oldest sister, she's raw food and stuff. So and then I didn't really get super into health though until I was pregnant with my daughter 18 years ago. And that was when I just started researching everything. And since then, it's just been an ongoing journey of self-discovery and health and healing and all the levels and layers of it. Um and so yeah, I mean, over the years I definitely, was sick, like much less. I haven't been sick in years. But still I was always like struggling with chronic fatigue, even though I eat like so much plants. I love fruit. It's my favorite food. um I don't like cooked food, just makes me tired. So I don't really eat much cooked food too often. And yes, I'm like, well, like I'm doing all these things, and I've tried so many different like natural health powders and protein powders and superfood powders and all these things. And I don't know, I was just still always tired a lot. And so um yeah, I just over this last year, I that's when I started got this area of land where I'm living on and started doing this. I want to be as like self-sustaining as possible and live off the land and grow all my own food and a food forest and just this space for my children, right? And so it's a journey, but like you said, even people that are growing all their own foods and everything else, like for one thing, okay, we're getting sprayed from the skies. So that's falling down on our food, right? There's still the glyphosate factor from that. Also, even though I live like in the forest, deep in the country, we're still deficient in certain things in our soil. Like the animals around here all need to be supplemented with selenium. So that means we would have to be too, because we're not getting it from our food. And that's just one thing, right? So, and then, yeah, 4 months or so, 4 or 5 months ago ish, met you, Kimberly, and decided to take the leap after talking with her for about a month or so, and start taking Purium, and it has changed everything for me. Like right from that first shake, I was just like, wow, like I could feel my cells dancing. I was just like, this feels amazing. You could feel it in your body. And now it's like I can't go a day without a shake. I crave it. I love it so much, and it just feels so good. And that's just one of the products. Like there's so many different types of shakes and superfoods and just and so yeah, I'm a lifer. I know that. There's no going back. And it was the missing piece. Like I've got so much more energy now. My mind is clear. I feel vibrant. I feel like I actually want to like get out there. And yeah, it's I feel also a certain sense of like calmness in my system that wasn't there before. So I'm just really excited to see, after a year and more, what I notice as I continue this journey. And I just want to invite everybody. I want everybody to experience it because we all deserve it and we need it.
We
Yeah.
do. We do. Thank you so much. We wanted to go over the actual ULT, and I love
Yeah.
I have a new little photo here. So as you see in front of us, it's such a treat. We have a little free handheld blender coming in your kit, which I just think is brilliant because we used to have shaker bottles and honestly, everything whipped up. I even like to press the button 2 times, but the Power Shake is our main source of nutrition in here. And again, there's other kits, and we even have a dark berry collagen as well in one of the packs, which I absolutely love. It has so many different amazing berries, but just for today with this picture, this is our main pack. So the Power Shake, it is filled with as much nutrition as 6 superfood salads. This is macro and microgreens, and it has just really everything that you need to be able to sustain yourself throughout the day. We also wish for you to have as much fruit as you wish for. If you're wishing to like actually release weight, maybe bananas would be the one thing to set aside for just a little while, but any type of berries or watermelon or melons or anything like that. And please look into fruit combining and when you want to do that. And just FYI, even though sometimes it's fun to blend fruit in these shakes, I would highly suggest to eat the fruit with your mouth, like chewing it, and be able to really chew the fruit instead of this. And then just the purest water that you can find and really enjoy. And I love my one of my longtime teachers from back in the day, 20 plus years ago, David Wolf, always said, chew your juice and drink your food. So you're giving a little chew to each sip because there's so much nutritional value coming in. And so again, this has your fats in there from the hull of the rice, of the rice bran solubles. It has so many beautiful greens and grasses, and all of these ingredients are 100% from our regenerative farmed soil. So just high in rich, nutrient rich, dense goodness in there. And I know if Jericho's here, he would want to talk about the Power Shake, but I can go on a little bit if he's going to come in. So the amino acids, you see the super amino 23, these are my absolute favorite. I'm kind of upping my game to about 20 a day, and I actually like to chew them, believe it or not. But I'll come back to them in a second because Jericho's here. I'd love to hear what you have to say. How old are you, Jericho, and how do you feel on these superfoods?
I like the superfoods. I'm 7 years old.
What about that Power Shake? How is it for you?
Good.
Yeah.
Probably the maple
He likes the horchata. He likes all of them, but
or the pumpkin pies or the apple.
Yeah. We love them all too. I mean,
depends on the day.
yes, that is
And
what it's
can't beat
all about.
this. Can't forget that one.
Can't beat this is the best one out of all of them.
What?
Can't beat this is the best one out of all of them.
You are so right. I love Can't Beat This. It's not in the picture, but like we're saying, I mean, there's so many more superfood mixes than just what we share in the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, but this is kind of the gateway. And this actual kit really helps the body start to detoxify, the biomedic. It is going in, and this is our favorite, removing the glyphosate. 74% of glyphosate was removed in our third-party test. 75% of C-reactive protein, which is that inflammation marker that's causing all the autoimmune disorders, and 33% of leaky gut was on the mend with the biomedic with just 6 weeks. And in that study, people were not eating organic and they were not having these superfoods. And they were only having 1 capsule a day. So just know in this practice, we have 2 capsules a day coming in with 2 shakes a day. And sometimes people say, oh, I'll just have 1 shake a day. But until you really practice a 2 shake a day, all fruits, all veggies, really releasing the cooked oils, the different, and a lot of us have even gotten to the point of like feeling the difference between eating cooked food and cooked plants and live plants. And so if you're kind of transitioning in, then have a little bit of cooked food and then a lot of raw food with it. And I know that Lauren and I love to make different types of soups, or she'll do a soup within a, inside of a squash, and then all the vegetables inside will be raw. And so you start preparing your body to be able to come to more of a detoxification and more of a raw state. I just realized that this picture doesn't have our parasite cleanse, which is called Super Cleanse R. And this has clove and amalaki fruit and wormwood and different ancient herbs that go in and really offer your body to start killing off your first round of parasites. And we walk you into that parasite cleanse right around the time where you have gotten yourself to a pretty balanced way of having 2 shakes a day and eating all plant-based. Because if we can get you to that place before we go into the parasite cleanse, you're going to be much better off. So there's no rush to do your parasite cleanse. It's more of getting your body super prepared to be able to release the parasites, to release the toxins, and then watch out, because the amino acids are giving your body so much protein. 5 tablets is as much protein as a 6-ounce cut of steak without any catabolic waste. We don't need to have our bodies, trying to search for that type of protein and then only receiving about 15 to 25% of the net nitrogen utilization from a piece of animal tissue. And what the aminos can offer is 99% net nitrogen utilization, feeding your body for 2 hours and building skin, tissue, and muscle, really helping your body on every level and build the tissue that it needs. And mental acuity, sharpness, your energy will come back. Like, people ask if there's caffeine in the power shake and if there's caffeine in these amino acids, but it's really just your body is actually getting the nutrients that it needs. And then again, we have our biomedic. So that's going in, removing that glyphosate and being able to offer it as a pre and probiotic. So it's absolutely amazing. And so many people are here today because they knew that we had the only product on the market that was third-party tested to be able to prove that it is removing the glyphosate from the body. And then the other picture that you see is the apothecary, and this is an anti-aging. It's for sleep. It allows your body to release natural melatonin, and I feel that especially when you mix it with our pineal clear, which is a new tincture that Dave created. It took about 4 years to come to fruition, but it has everything in it like sea moss, harataki fruit, shilajit, turmeric, and then mushrooms in there too. And it's really incredible when you mix the 2 together. I think it brings on dreams. It helps balance your body, and you get to start sleeping. And sleep is such a precious thing. And I think, as we all know this, as we keep going more in the numbers of summers that we've experienced in these bodies, the longer we live on this planet, the more precious sleep gets. Like when we're young, it's like you didn't need to sleep that much. And now it's like, wow, I just love sleeping. So this is just, like I say, the gateway. And whoever shared this with you tonight has a gift card code that makes it so that you can have $120 off of this. So it's very affordable. If the mind is saying that somehow that's not affordable, we need to talk, because we can't afford not to share this then. Because to really have a full meal basically for $5.50 and gut support and parasite cleansing. Parasite cleansing is sweeping the nation right now, all over Facebook, all over the internet. I've never seen people talk about parasites more than in the last year or so. And it's less than a year. This was not the conversation of parasites was not going on 4 years ago, 3 years ago. And suddenly we get to have the solution to bring you out of having parasites. And parasites are no bueno whatsoever, like at all. And we get to have our lives back. Like, we don't want parasitic people. We don't want them outside of us, and we don't want them inside of us. And we don't need any of that. So we love sharing these solutions. And this is so beautiful. So Tamara, I'd love to come off the screen. And is there anything that you would like to share closing tonight?
Yeah, just thank you. And thank you all for coming. And it was just really nice. It was a really nice container for my first call. And yeah, I'm just endlessly grateful to have this energy now, because not only am I creating this homestead food forest, I'm also homeschooling mama. I need my energy and natural energy. So yeah. So yeah, I'm just excited to see where it all goes.
Yes, there's so many mamas that we would love to bring into this community and support them through this. And it's such an honor, like, to work with Tamara every day. We are just like, how is this possible? We get to have so much fun together and just be so grateful for each other in our lives. So we wish to bring you in. We wish to have you feel amazing. And we thank you for being here tonight. Thanks so much.
You.
Thanks for sharing.